Today, I'm going to talk about how to start a cleaning company without actually doing the cleaning. So, quick background, who am I? My name is Neel. I run a company called Made This Franchise, which is a fully remote cleaning franchise focused in the United States and focused on Airbnbs, residential cleanings, things like that. We've been remote since day one, about 10 years ago, and our franchisees are remote as well. And here's the cool thing is we figured out a way to actually run a cleaning company entirely remotely. And the fact is, you don't actually need to do the cleanings yourself to run a cleaning company. I think a lot of the old school cleaning companies have started this way. If you look at like the Molly Maids, the Maid Brigades, like all these old franchises, they'll run the way of like the owners. Oftentimes you go into the cleanings, checking on things, they hire the cleaners, they get a massive office space, they get a bunch of supplies, they're actually running an entire operation. With the way technology has advanced, that's no longer needed. There's lots of things you can do remotely, and I'm going to show you in this video exactly how you could get away with running a cleaning company without actually doing the cleaning. Cool, so let's dive into it. So the first step is figuring out what cleaners you need for this process. Now, there's two things I want you to think about, is running cleaners who are employees or independent contractors. I'm going to quickly explain the difference. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer. Seek your counsel in your state, and every state has different labor laws, so you want to make sure you adhere to the labor laws in your state. But typically, here's how it works. Cleaners go straight from their homes to the job site, right? They don't go to your office, they don't get supplies, they don't get vehicles, they use their own vehicle, and they're going to go straight from their home to the job site. You're going to pay them accordingly for that. And the way you're going to structure who the cleaners are, again, like I said, either employees or contractors. Regardless of if you run employees or contractors, it's going to be the exact same thing. Cleaners are going to go from their home to the job site. The cleaners are in charge of getting their own cleaning supplies and their own vehicle. What that means is during the interview process, you are trying to find people who have access to their own vehicle and who are willing to get their own supplies. Why are they willing to get their own supplies? Probably because you are going to pay them more, right? Typically, if you're looking at like an employee company where the cleaner, reports to an office location, gets in a vehicle and goes out, that cleaner's making less money. They're making a little bit above minimum wage, maybe, but that cleaner's getting less money. You're going to be paying the cleaners a lot more than minimum wage in order for them to provide their own supplies and their own vehicle. The reason this works out economically is because you don't have to deal with any of that overhead. You don't have to deal with a lot of the headaches involved with that. You don't have to have a warehouse with supplies in it. And that's totally worth you paying extra to the cleaner to actually fulfill a lot of these things. We have independent contractors. These are going to be independent individuals or small mom and pop business owners. And you're essentially going to outsource the cleaning to them. So there's a variety of different ways you could actually find them, and I'll show you how. But that's one example of who you're going to go and partner with is independent business owners, either individual or small companies, and you're going to outsource the cleaning to them. In that case, clearly they have their own supplies, equipment, because they're actually running their own business operation. If you have employees, it's a similar concept in terms of how you actually run your operations, but you classify them as employees. That means you're going to have a little bit more control over what they're doing. You're going to have some more control over their uniforms and things like that, which you cannot do with independent contractors. So the level of control is really what dictates whether you're going to have an employee or contractor and what level of control you want, and also your state labor laws. I'm mentioning this just so you're aware of the two models which exist, is an independent contractor model or an employee model. Business operations is largely similar. It's just the level of control you have over them, which is going to differ a little bit. So that's the only difference really I want you to think about. So how you're going to find these people is key, right? Because you need people who are highly qualified, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find them online. So the best source of finding people right now is Indeed. So we post a lot on Indeed.com to find labor. And you're going to post a job ad over there, and you're going to explain the range of pricing they're going to have. And in that, you're going to highly qualify them. You're going to say, you must have transportation. You must be willing to get your own supplies. You must be legal to work in the United States. You must have some experience in cleaning. Oftentimes, companies will say, oh, you could train them for cleaning experience. That works a lot if you actually have like operations in the office and you want someone to come in, you could train them. It's a little bit more difficult to coordinate if you're 100% remote. So typically you want to find people who have some experience in cleaning already. So it's not a big lift for you to actually have to do that. So that's one thing you're going to look at. So Indeed's a fantastic place to recruit. If you're looking for a lot of independent contractors, I recommend Care.com and Housekeeper as a fantastic place to find small mom and pop companies, other individual cleaners, just people who you could actually outsource the cleaning to. So you go to Care.com and Housekeeper.com, you sign up for an account, and you can actually message people on there and just pitch them saying, hey, how much do you charge? They'll tell you an amount. Say, great, I'll pay you that. Here's how it works is we have our own book of clients and we're going to refer them to you, pay whatever you want. and go from there. Obviously, you need to find the people who fit the bill of how much you're able to pay and just still maintain your margins, but these are fantastic places you can be looking. The next place is ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter is a software platform which takes your job ad and pushes it out to a variety of different platforms. It'll push it out to Indeed. It'll push it out to Monster.com. It'll push it out to a variety of different platforms where you can then advertise for your job. So ZipRecruiter is a fantastic place to recruit either employees or contractors because a lot of people are on there looking for different work. The next place is Craigslist. Craigslist is a fantastic place to find any type of person. These would be people who are job seekers who want to be employed. These might be small mom and pop shops. These might be independent cleaners who are advertising their services on there. There's a couple ways to go on Craigslist. Number one, you're going to actually post a job ad. You could go to classified, post a job ad. I think it costs $40 and post your job ad. You could also go to gigs. On the bottom left on the Craigslist screen, you'll see domestic gigs, and you could post a gig, labor gig, for someone who is interested in cleaning. The other way is to actually go to services offered Craigslist. You go to services offered and you check out the services that are being offered and type in maid or cleaner and see who's offering those services. Oftentimes, the people who are advertising on Craigslist are not really sophisticated, meaning these are the perfect people to partner with who already have their own transportation, who already have their own supplies. That's how you get away with not doing the cleaning yourself, is you outsource the people who already know what they're doing and just ensure you could coordinate a lot of things on the back end by using technology. And the last place I would recommend would be, let's say, the fifth page of Google or the fifth page of Yelp. Now, why I say the fifth page is because oftentimes the first page is dominated by people who actually know what they're doing with marketing. As you get further and further down the different pages of Google or Yelp or whatever platform you want to check out, you get to kind of the mom and pop independents, the people who don't really know what they're doing with marketing, don't really know how to advertise, they have really bad websites, they're just listed on the back pages of Google. Those would be the perfect people to reach out to and try to arrange a partnership with. So you could partner with them, reach out and do the same pitch you do on care.com or housekeeper.com of reaching out and saying, hey, would you like to partner with me? How much do you charge? Awesome, I'll take that. Let's go. And then kind of continue down the process from there. So there's a lot of different ways of actually finding the labor. And I've only listed 5 ways on here, but there's unlimited ways of actually finding people who already know what they're doing with cleaning. And that's the thing with cleaning is it's not that hard of a skill, right? It's not a highly specialized industry where you have to have licensed trades and it's very difficult to learn. A lot of people have this skill set already. There's no reason for you, the owner, to have to know exactly how to clean, know how to train people, or know how to follow up with people. You don't really need to do that anymore. There's enough people out there who know how to clean, and all you need to do is find those right people and completely outsource the cleaning to them. So that's how you can start a cleaning company without actually doing the cleaning yourself.